measure in the occasion that breeds it. Therefore, the sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I've heard it, what blessing brings it? I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile at no man's jest. Eat when I have stomach, and wait on no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy, tend on no man's business. Laugh when I am merry, and claw no man in his humor.
Yea, but you must not make full show of this, till you may do it without controlment. You have of late stood out against your brother, and he has taken you newly into his grace, where it is impossible you should take true room, but by the fair weather is you make yourself.
I have rather been a canker and a hedge than a rose in his grace. In this, I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest villain. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me. What news, Horatio?
I give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on?
Mary, it is your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio.
Even he, I heard it agreed upon that the prince should woo Hero for himself. And, having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him anyway, I bless myself every way. You are both sure and will assist me.
To the death, my lord.
Shall I go prove this to be done?
Will wait upon your lordship.
Was not Don John here at supper? I saw him not. How tartly that gentleman looks. I can never see him, but I'm heartburned an hour after.
He's a very melancholy disposition.
He was a perfect man that were made just in the midway between him and Signor Bennet. One is like a mirror image and says nothing, and the other much like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
Then have Signor Benedict's tongue in Count John's mouth, and have Count John's melancholy in Signor Benedict's face.
With a good leg, and a good foot, uncle, and money enough in his purse. Such a man could win any woman in the world, if he could get her goodwill.
By my troth, thou wilt never get thee a husband, thou be so shrewd of thy tongue. In faith, she is too cursed.
Too cursed is more than cursed. Lord, I could never endure a husband with a beard on his face. I'd rather lie in the woolens.
You may light on a husband that hath no beard.
And what shall I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, I gate, and there will the devil meet me like an old cackle with horns on his head, and say, "Get you to heaven, Beatrice, get you to heaven. Here's no place for you maids." So away to St. Peter's in the heavens. He shows me where the bachelors sit. And there live we, as merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust you will be ruled by your father.
Yes, Faith. It is my cousin's duty to make a curtsy and say, "Father, as it please you." But for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or yet make another curtsy and say, "Father, as it please me."
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince do solicitude of that kind, you know your answer. Well, niece, I hope to see you one day fit to be a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth.
The revelers are entering! Make good room!
Hey, what do you want, Rock, my friend?
Well, I would you did like it, Meg.
So not for your own sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Which is one?
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you the better. The hearers may cry amen.
God match me with a good dancer.
Amen.
I know you well enough. You are senior and home. At a word, I am not. I know you by the waggling of your head. At a word, I am not. Come, come. Do you think I do not know you by your excellent wit? Can virtue hide itself? Go to, Mom, you are he. Grace, look here, and there's an act.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you tell me who you are?
Not now.
That is disdainful, and then I had my good wit out of 100 merry tales. Well, is this Signor Benedict that said so?
Who's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
Not I. Believe in me.
Has he not ever made you laugh?
I pray you. What is he?
Why, he is the prince's jester.
A very dull fool.
His only gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but the libertines delight in him, for he both pleases them and angers them. And then they laugh at him and beat him. I'm sure he is in the fleet.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you said.
Do. We must follow the leaders.
Are not you Signor Benedict?
You know me well. I am he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hero. I pray you dissuade him from her. She is no equal for his birth. You may play the part of an honest man in it.
How do you know he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I, too. And he swore he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet.
Thus I answer in the name of Benedict, but hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so, the prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things, save in the office and affairs of love. This is an accident of hourly proof, which I mistrusted not. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Count Claudio,
Yea, the same.
come, will you go?
Whither?
About your own business, for the prince hath got your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
But do you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you leave me.
Alas! Poor hurt foul! But that my lady Beatrice should know me and not know me? The prince's fool? Ha! I'm not so reputed. It is the base, the bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world into her person, and so gives me out. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Now, senor, where's the count?
Shrunk, my lord, I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace had got the goodwill of this young lady.
Lady Beatrice, at the crawl of you, the gentleman who danced with her told her she's much wronged. By you.
She misused me past the endurance of a block. She told me, not thinking that I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester. That I was duller than a great thaw, having jest with such impossible conveyance, that I stood like a man at a mark, with the whole army shooting at me. She speaks poniards and every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there would be no living near her. She would infect to the North Star. Indeed, all disquiet, horror, and perturbation follows her.
Look, here she comes.
Will your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will go now on the slightest errand to the activities that you can devise to set me on. I will fetch you a hair of the great Jam's beard and do you any passage to the pygmies, rather than hold 3 words of conference with this harpy. You have no employment for me.
None, but to desire your good company.
Oh, here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady's tongue.